Kenny, this is not about, you and I have had our problems the last couple months, but it's not about you and me. It's about that guy right there, Donnie DiCaprio. So if you don't mind, Kenny, I'm not here for you, I'm here for Donnie. Because as you mentioned, and as many of you may already know, Donnie DiCaprio and Chris Stevens were in my first ever pro wrestling training camp. I trained both these guys in 1999. All right, kid. Come on over here.
That's very cool.
I'm so happy when I heard that Donnie DiCaprio, one of my earliest students, was getting inducted into the Hall of Fame. Sorry, Andrew, I couldn't say that without laughing. Hey, listen, it's a different business now, okay? I'm a 5-time Canadian heavyweight champion, and I never would have set foot in a bar like this when I was wrestling. But it's fine for you. Let me tell you, I still remember when you were 17 years old when I trained you. 17. This kid came in, he had to have his parents sign a waiver to get trained. He was 140 pounds, soaking wet, and I said, kid, I don't want to take your money. You're never going to make it in this business. And he said, please, Mr. Callis, let me train. I will prove it to you every day in this gym. He said, I'll come early, I'll stay late, and I will outwork all these bigger guys. And that's exactly what you did, Don. And then when it came time for him to choose his wrestling name, he came to me and said, can I use your name for my first name? And I said, go ahead, kid, have at it. He worked harder than everybody. And at the end of the camp, I would sit each and every student down and I would say, I'm going to give you, I'm going to shoot with you, I'm going to tell you the God's honest truth, so that when you walk out of here, you know exactly what I think. Some guys I would say, maybe get a little bigger. Some guys I would say, get in better shape. He was always in great shape. Still is from what I can see. When he sat down with me, I said, you know what? When you first, I couldn't believe that you got through the camp. And I said to you at the time, even though you worked harder than everybody, the reality for you is you're probably never going to amount to anything in the wrestling business. But as I sit here tonight, seeing you, knowing all you've accomplished leading up to tonight, getting into the Hall of Fame, Donnie, I gotta say that when I told you that you never amount to anything, I was exactly right. Because, look at this. Let me just give you the facts here, Don, and maybe stop using my name because you're an embarrassment to me. I guess you gotta have a Hall of Fame for jobbers, and why not have it here with all you jobbers? I mean, who else is in this Hall of Fame? Brian Jewell? Huh? Is Gene Swan in the Hall of Fame somewhere? Oh my God, the luminaries, it's too much for me. What a joke. Hall of Fame for jobbers. And here's the worst part about all of this.
You're wearing track.
The people who got to train with me think about learning to sing from Elvis Presley. Think about learning spiritualism from Gandhi. That's what it was like getting to train with Don Callis back in the day. And what did you do? What did you, and for that matter you, what did you two, my two earliest students, do? What's your legacy in this business? Kenny Omega's Rats. Now I just want to know, I just want to be clear, and because I'm not sure, now which one of you carries the bags and which one of you does his laundry? Okay. Now for the good news, Kenny. Congratulations on your movie. Has everyone seen the movie? What a great documentary that was. I was happy to be a part of it. I feel like, though, that I should tell the real story, which is that TSN called me and they said, you know, we just got approached by a producer that wants to do a movie, but we got one question for you. Who the hell is Kenny Omega? It's all right, Kenny, I had your back once again because I put you over to them. And then the movie actually got made. Without me, there's no movie. But it was a well-done movie. And you know what? What a title, Kenny. What a title. Omega Man, a wrestling love story. So let me compose myself. Omega Man, a wrestling love story. What a great title, because it really titillates the viewer. I mean, what kind of love story is this, Kenny? Is this a love story between you and pro wrestling? Is this a love story between you and all your fans? Is this a love story between you and your best friend, Kota Ibushi? And here's the neat thing about the movie, you know, at the end it never really gets told who the love story is with. Who is it that Kenny Omega is in love with? We never find out. It's like the last episode of The Sopranos. It's left to the viewer to decide.
It's true.
Well, spoiler alert. I don't like secrets, Kenny, and I've known you since you were 15 years old. I venture to say I know you better than your own mother. And Kenny, your uncle, the Golden Sheik, who trained me back in 1989, he didn't like secrets either. So you want to know who the love story is really about? You want to know who Kenny Omega is in love with that they didn't tell you? Sorry, Kenny, I know you're a private guy, but I just got to get this out. The person that Kenny Omega is in love with is himself. Sorry, Kenny. I'm just speaking truth here. Take it easy. Have a little respect for your elders. Oh yeah. You didn't want to hear that, do you? That's kind of contrary to the whole movie where he's such a nice guy. Oh, he's so sensitive. Oh my God. Oh, he and Kota are so nice together. Isn't it nice? Here's the reality. You're a parasite. That's what you are. And let me tell you why he's a parasite. I gave him his break in 2001. He used me until he thought he had someone else to jump onto. And that someone else was Kota Ibushi. Way back in 2004, you went to Japan. You saw a guy, Kota Ibushi, was more athletic. You saw a guy who was a better wrestler. You saw a guy who was better looking than you. So what did you do? Did you fight him? No. You attached yourself to him. You're like a wood tick. You suck the life out of your host, and then when you're done and they can't help you anymore, you move on to the next. You're a parasite. And when you were done with Kota Ibushi, you jumped on AJ Styles in the Bullet Club, didn't you? You deserted Kota Ibushi. You turned on him, and you jumped on and you sucked the life out of AJ Styles. Then you screwed him over. You took over the Bullet Club, and then when you got tired of that, and you saw that Kota was getting such a strong reaction in Japan, what did you do? Oh, hi, Kota. can we talk? Because I'd really like to kind of get this thing going again, this tag team. And all of a sudden, poor Kota Ibushi, like a lot of good-looking people, not too smart. Kota's got a good heart. And Kota believed your BS, and the Golden Lovers were reborn once again. Oh my God. And everyone cried. And because everyone wondered why you did it, and then the movie came out. And I go, oh, you did it so you could get a movie. Because no one cares about you, Kenny. What they care about is this great story, this love story, this great friendship. So, Kenny, once the movie came out, the ink wasn't even dry on the posters. And what did you do to your soulmate, Kota Ibushi? You left Japan, you signed with AEW, and you left that poor bastard in Japan. But here's the thing, Kenny, because now you've got someone else to suck the life out of. Here's the thing. Kota Ibushi, this is what kind of person you are. Kota Ibushi turned down millions of dollars with All Elite Wrestling. Why? So he could win the IWGP Championship? I don't think so. I think Kota Ibushi finally saw what kind of piece of garbage you are, and he wanted to be as far away from you as he could on the other side of the world. How's that make you feel, you piece of trash? What's the matter, Kenny? Oh, we don't like to hear the truth, do we, Kenny? We don't like to hear the truth. I'll tell you what. Now, the Don Callis thing to do here would get back in the limousine and get out of town. But the last time we did this, I had to listen to all of these unemployed morons here at this bar saying, you're lucky Kenny didn't get his hands on you, Don. You're lucky Kenny's the best wrestler in the world. So Kenny, I know you'd like to get some of this, so I'm going to grant your wish. I found a couple more future PCW Hall of Famers in the back. I don't really care who they are, because Chris Stevens and DiCaprio, I'm in your head, I don't worry about you. Send me any two jabrones from the back, and we're fixing to have a 6-man tag right now.